Hey folks, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time check, it's around 11:01. Okay, pretty sunny, pretty warm morning. Today I plan to do a video. It's on House of Bulgari. I thought I have done this list before, but no, I haven't. So here we go. As it's summer, mostly I should do summer list, but sometimes from time to time I'll do some other lists. This is one of those, and this list is gonna be about some of the Bulgari's best creations. So understand one thing, a few things out of the way. I used to own few more like Bulgari BLV Blue. I used to own Eau Cologne or whatever, Eau Perfume, those line, Rain Essence. Few of the other ones I don't own anymore. I sold them off or finished, something like that. And I don't own everything. I never own everything. Like Bulgari has two lines. One is their designer line, other one is their niche line. So I have one fragrance that I have finished my bottle. That is the honorable mention I'll show you. But understand that this is my choice, my taste. You can feel totally different about this. Okay. So Bulgari, in my humble opinion, is a great house, good house. They have great fragrances. I think they also have other accessories like fashion accessories. Maybe they have bags and this and that. So fragrances are not always the main focus of a house. Sometimes they do other stuff, right? Louis Vuitton, yeah, bags and fragrance are not the same price. Bags are so much more expensive. Just example. And another thing is, uh, they don't have as many as something like Paco Rabanne or maybe something like some of the other houses, Calvin Klein. They have so many more fragrances, Jean Paul. But Bulgari has, I think, so far in my journey, I've seen limited number of fragrances. Okay, so bear with me as we go. So I will show the honorable mention, then we'll go maybe the full list. Honorable mention is the only Bulgari's a luxury line that I bought ever was Tygar, and I loved it immensely. I really loved it, but unfortunately, my bottle maybe had something uh, problem or something on the neck or somewhere. I actually felt I used about this much, but when I tried one day, it was finished. So I guess it was not fully full when I bought this. It may be very, sad, but because I paid so much money for it. But I really, whatever time I enjoyed it, it was massive, beautiful projection, beautiful longevity. It's a simple fragrance, not worth the price tag, definitely. Obviously not retail, but it was one of the great fragrances. You can find a lot of, you can say alternatives to this like Turati Blue, some of the other ones, but Tiger remained one of my favorite fragrances. But since this is a part of the niche collection, I will not feature this in the main list, but it is definitely honorable mention, so I keep it in the front of the whole list. So here we go. So let's start with the fresh ones, and then we're gonna go a little bit of maybe the darker ones they have or spicier ones they have. First fragrance, this line I have actually only a few line. This is Bulgari's Man line, and this is the miniature I have of 15 ml called Bulgari Man Glacial Essence. I never really fell in love with this fragrance. Okay, to be honest, I did like the Neroli, Bulgari Man Neroli Essence. I think that's the fragrance. That one I like a little bit more. Okay, and they have the Rain Essence, which was also nice. But I think this fragrance is similar to 212 by Kevin Herrera, 212 Men NYC, and then the Aqua somewhere in between with good performance. It's kind of like a mild, peppery, fresh, clean. Like a green scent for me. And the thing is, like it has this somewhat charm like for warm weathers. It has good performance, not bad, definitely better than the CH 212 Aqua. This fragrance you can use for summer, but overall 212 Men NYC is a better fragrance. But I keep it as in the list still because it's not bad, it's not bad at all, but it's just like not mind-blowing. Bulgari Men, this is called Glacial Essence. So can you see that? Yes, and see. Number 9, I'm gonna go with one of my favorite discontinued. Some of these are discontinued. Is also from the man line, Bulgari Man Extreme or Extreme or Extrem. So this is one of their older flankers, which I have the original also in the list. But this one smells so nice, so fresh. This has this cactus note, citrus note, and I think maybe something woody or vetiver, something in the base, which makes this fragrance absolutely appealing. It's like so nice to wear in summer. This is like a light years ahead of the Glacial Essence. I like this so much more than that, even the Rain Essence. This is one of my nicer favorite. Like if you can find a bottle, get it. You are not gonna get these in future, like even at all. Okay, so there's also a limited time release, which is the All Blacks edition or something. I think they're like essentially the same fragrance, but that one is very rare to find. Maybe that one has better performance, but my number 9 is Bulgari Man Extreme. Okay, Extreme. So check out my review on all these fragrances, then you'll get in-depth okay idea. Then next one, I have This line from Bulgari is Purum line. Bulgari's Purum has three: Bulgari Purum Extrem, and then the Soir. Okay, this is my most favorite out of the three. Why? I could actually show you this one, the extreme one as well, which I like. I like this. I have both of these, but original one I did not buy. Essentially, they are not very different from each other, and one does the same thing the other does. But the extreme version, it's a little bit more transparent. It also has the tea note like this one. This one has woody, tea, and I think a little bit of amber quality. But this fragrance is just beautiful. The caps are nice. The bottle is kind of simplistic, but when you smell it at first, you don't get overwhelmed. This is a very relaxing scent like Gucci Purum 2. Like if you like the tea note in that. This one, this line, I would suggest at least get one from this line for your collection, because these are all discontinued. And many of the fragrances from many houses are discontinued. But what I feel, this kind of fragrances, the quality of these, they're not going to be perhaps reproduced again. Maybe you find some of them in Perfume line. Some of them have the tea note, but very light, maybe a bit more expensive. This is somewhere like $65 now. You can try this fragrance. I mean, if you find it somewhere, if you have the tester, give it a try. Very relaxing, soothing scent, not a show-off fragrance, but great for summer evenings in the office, in the the AC zone. Great fragrance for summer. So the next ones, I have to put a stand because I have two aqua line. Okay, when I say aqua, you understand Bulgari AQVA, aqua. So there are, so far I know there are six. There's the original Bulgari aqua, which I really like, which is the original masterpiece by Jacques Cavalier. Then there was the Marine, which was my favorite, one of the best fragrances. But nowadays I prefer Bulgari Kenzo Homme Marine to that, because that one has a better performance. But the Marine discontinued, and it has a nice neroli note. But nowadays, I actually will tell you, I prefer this one over the Marine. This is the Bulgari Aqva Atlantiqve. This is discontinued. I have good amount of juice left, so these fragrances do not stand on their own, so I have to be very careful handling them. Once this is gone, I'll never be able to find it again. I know that. I don't see this anymore anywhere. So what this is a very good performer. People call this a mix between the original Bulgari Aqua and Dylan Blue. I can see that there's a Dior Sauvage-ish vibe from this, but I think this is a great fragrance on its own for summer. It's a beast mode. This is one of the best Bulgari ever made with great performance. Many of the Bulgaris do not last. This one does last. And some people say, I'll tell you that there's a huge criticism. Some people say, I get the eggy smell, I get the seafood vibe. Yes, when you wear something like has a sea accord or something, you're gonna get that sometimes, but it's not an egg smell for crying out loud. So I really like this. This is a very beautiful fragrance. I have good memory with it. So summer, perhaps I'll finish up this bottle. Bulgari Aqva Atlantiqve. Do not fall, do not fall, do not fall. I don't have a proper stand for this one. Oh man, it almost fell. Okay, do not fall. Stay. Yeah, stay. So the next one, I have a proper stand. This ones they give with the testers. So let's keep it here. And I think I'll show you the bottle. Hope this doesn't fall. If something falls, then it's going to be very painful. Let me put something underneath. Yep. So next one is that popular one that got hyped, and I do love it. This is called Aqva Amara. I love this fragrance to bits. It's very hard to find. Very, very hard to find. And it's very expensive, $150 plus. Okay. So Aqva Amara is the most unique from the line. I gotta give it to them. And when Jeremy hyped it, I definitely got it during that time of hype, not gonna lie. And this fragrance really, really is unique. Also great longevity. Got this nice bitter orange, and this the watery theme is very different from the whole Aqua line. I really enjoy this. This fragrance is very weird, and I feel, if you ever tried Amara, you had great experience with it. One of the most unique fragrances for summer, in my humble opinion. Bulgari Aqva Amara. Do not fall. Do not slide. Go back a little bit. I'm talking to my bottles like that. Okay, so 5 are gone. So those 5 were somewhere in the fresh zone. So a little bit of a winter slash, you can say fall. These are the next 5 I picked. Some of these fragrances I mentioned already, like Aqva Amara, or maybe the Glacial you can use during the transition period. Amara I use in winter as well, but it's a good all year round fragrance. But this next 5 are definitely for a little bit of a, like when weather is a bit cool, they work better. Next one is a very hard to find fragrance. This is very beautiful, but not for everybody. This is called Bulgari's Black. And this is, I think, very like, oh man, this is very crowd favorite. Not crowd favorite, this is actually favorite among the reviewers. If you see Steven, if you see, not feeling comfortable. Okay, so if you see Mark, if you see Sebastian, these are great reviewers. They all love this fragrance, and I think this is one of those fragrances, love it or hate it. There's a rubber note in there, there's a leather accord, and there's a powdery nice vanillic vibe. I think there are a few other notes, but mostly what I remember, this is the new version, like changed version with the cap. Initially, when they launched it, it had the built-in atomizer. That is very hard to find. And I think this fragrance comes in only 75 and maybe 30 or 50 ml. Get the bigger bottle if possible. So this people compare to Midnight in Paris. I do have a comparison video. Check that out. I prefer Midnight in Paris by far, but this is a very nice fragrance if you especially like leather and if you like rubbery accords. Bulgari Black. Beautiful bottle. I think it's called Hockey Puck or something like that, the whole theme. Number 4. Now all the way Bulgari's Man line. Bulgari Man Original. I love this fragrance. No hype on this, no love on this, no mention of this. Even people act as if this doesn't exist. Discontinued, just like Man Extreme. Many of them are discontinued now. This perfume is the father of all Bulgari's Man. Okay, even though this is not number one, but this is the reason why you have the other flankers. So kudos. I think maybe Alberto Morias did this. A little bit of a pink pepper, a little bit of a citrus, a little bit of a tangerine, orange, a little bit of this, how do I say, um, kind of like a light yet peppery, yet good presence, but not super loud. Okay. Very masculine, very clean. In the summers, you can wear this. You can wear this in the autumn, fall. So this fragrance has good presence. Maybe not as heavy as some of the next ones, but I love this. Okay, this is one of the best Bulgari ever made with a great bottle design. So number 3, number 2, number 1, I had difficult time picking them up because it's number 1 is going to shock you actually. Number 3 is this one, Bulgari Man Black Orient. Okay, just the same line flanker, and I'm lucky I found this bottle. Okay, why am I lucky? Because these are hard to find, very hard to find. So Bulgari Man Black Orient adds that oud, okay, the woody, more spicy, less sweet, less tuberose, maybe less playful, more mature version, and it lasts the longest in the line, the most potent for me from this line. Great great winter fragrance, and most people who have it, they treasure it. There are a few of the other ones you can try, but I think this is one of the better ones from the line, Black Orient by Bulgari Man. Number 2 is the shocking part, because this is my most favorite always. I always say this is the masterpiece. I am showing you the all blacks edition, but the essentially same fragrance. Bulgari Man in black. This is the all blacks edition. Same fragrance as the original. Now this I think I paid $150 ish, okay, or maybe a little bit less. Original Man in Black I saw even in market $150 going. Man, the prices are crazy. This used to be like 45 to 55 bucks. For that price, this was a must buy. It's one of the best designer perfumes of all time, regardless of the price, regardless of the hype, discontinuation. If you ever try Bulgari's Man in Black, I'm telling you, the rum, the tobacco, the spices, the tuberose, maybe there's a leather accord. It's just mind blowing how beautiful this is. I prefer this over Spice Bomb. Spice Bomb is also great, but Man in Black has that masculinity. Okay, that's number 2. It's a masterpiece of a fragrance. Okay, this one is a great release also from this line. I think most popular from the line Man in Black. So number 1, what is my number 1 Bulgari? This is the shocking part that will shock many people, but I'll tell you why I love it. This is Bulgari Man Terrae Essence. Check out my review. When I got this at first, I did say this is one of my dream come true fragrances. Okay, Bulgaris, they are really great fragrances. Okay, they make good fragrances, but they usually stick to a very usual formula that is like the safe. Do not go far from the original Man in Black line. They went far from the original DNA and they made entirely new, something new. There's a mineral accord, there's some spices, there's a beautiful bright grapefruit, and this is like maybe there's a leather accord somewhere. It's comparable to Philippe Plain No Limits. I compare to that. It's of that quality. Excellent longevity. You can wear this in winter, even in summer, because of the freshness up top, but it's very unique scent. That earthiness. It reminds me of the quality of Tom Ford Noir Anthracite, like the niche quality of Tom Ford. This is a niche juice, designer bottle. If you ask me, this is more niche quality than Bvlgari Tygar. Bvlgari Tygar is a very obvious scent. It's a very simple scent. It does not deserve a $350 price tag. This one does. If not 350, at least 200 bucks. Okay. So this is really beautiful. Most unique from this line, thus gets the number 1 spot. What do you feel? What do you think of this list? And what are your favorite Bulgari fragrances? And I'll tell you one thing. I'm sorry once again if I miss some of your favorite Bulgaris. Perhaps I don't own them, like Bulgari Men black cologne. I don't have that. Some of the limited time release, I don't have those anymore. So yeah, what I have, I made a list out of. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.